Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Oriana 101 back here for another tropical update for June 11th, 2017. Um, sorry to sorry that I did a video unexpectedly. What happened was that we have a new tropical system in the Pacific. I didn't notice until now. So, the National Hurricane Center has declared Invest 92E. They found a close circulation in this storm and they upgraded it to a tropical depression. Now it's the third named storm of the season, as you can see here. Clearly see it's the third named storm of the season, as you can see here. It has a very nice, what is it called? Very nice what do they call it? But it has a very nice tight circulation. It's not that nice. I mean, it has a good circulation over here, as you can see here. It's in a very favorable environment. Number one, it actually spinned up from a lot of moisture coming out of the Eastern Pacific monsoon, as you can see here. Look at all the moisture just firing up over here, as you can see here. Exactly, that's what's actually causing. That's what caused this thing to develop, as you can see here. But according to this, it's going to be short-lived. It's going to be short-lived. Here's why. Well, number one, it's going to clearly run into Mexico. That's what the models indicate. That this thing's going to run into Mexico. That's one thing. Number two is that that's the only thing, that this thing will be short-lived because it developed very close to the coast of Mexico and it's heading towards there, according to the National Hurricane Center. And before it hits land, it may become our third named storm of the Eastern Pacific hurricane season. And the next name is Calvin on the list, as you can see here. I don't have the storm list names, but you can clearly see, according to them, the National Hurricane Center, as you can see here. You can see the cone event. You can see the cone, actually. You can see the cone here. You can see a tropical storm warning is already issued for these dudes over here. And you can see the storm is clearly centered over here. Next is expected to move in that direction. Yeah, in that direction, clearly. In that direction. It's expected to move generally slowly in that direction, as you can see here. Tropical storm warnings, because this thing will be strengthening to a tropical storm. It could be named Calvin and that I do believe it's the next name on the list. Pretty short-lived. It could be gone as soon as it hits land. It could make landfall as a storm or a depression here, despite strengthening, but it will weaken because, number one, there's a lot of dry air. I mean, not dry air, but this thing could interact with land, or it could be because there's stable air to the north of this system. That's another thing that it could be causing this thing to weaken after approaching Mexico. Now, this is surprising because, number one, it just came out of nowhere. Like, literally, this is unpredicted. Like, I didn't know up to now that this thing was about to develop, and I didn't know that. And in my last video, I said that I was gonna make the hurricane season outlook for the Atlantic this year, and I thought I was actually right on schedule making that video, but what happened was that it got delayed. It sort of got delayed because, for one thing, I am busy most of the time, so I totally forgot about that. Like, literally, I was supposed to do it last weekend. And second, I have school, and luckily the school year is about to end, so very good. I could release my outlook as early as next week, as early as tomorrow morning, or as next weekend, or as late as next weekend. One of these days of the week. I gotta choose wisely, one of these days of the week. But anyways, just a reminder that this is just a quick update on Tropical Depression 3 over here, as you can see here. Could be named Tropical Storm Calvin in the Eastern Pacific Pac. Could become the third named storm for the East Pac season. In the Atlantic, so far it's quiet, actually. I don't know why it's quiet. I do believe it's not favorable for now, but it's not favorable, but I will tell you how many named storms we're predicting. I mean, a lot of forecasters are predicting an above normal season for both sides, the Atlantic and the Pacific, because there's favorable conditions there. I believe that's why. But I'll do a video on that, as I mentioned, as early as tomorrow morning, which will take forever to upload, because when this thing is uploading, it can take up to 2 hours until it's done uploading. It's not my fault, it's just this thing runs a bit slower than normal. I decided to update this thing, but it may waste too much time updating, so I'm not gonna update this thing. So yeah, that's just probably it today. I do believe that's it for today. Thanks for watching. As I said, Tropical Depression 3, according to the National Hurricane Center, it's about to move into Mexico in a few days from now. These folks have to be aware of that. Already warnings are up for these dudes over here. It goes from this area of, I forgot what the place, and then it extends towards the southern end of not the southern end, but the Gulf of, I forgot. But as you can see here, there are warnings up already for these folks over here. They have to keep an eye on this. As you can see here, they have to keep an eye on this. So yeah, alright, I may have another update on this storm tomorrow. This was unexpected, but at least it's something. Alright, I'll see you in my next video, folks. Later.